What's happening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dead Stock Media. I want to thank you guys for stopping in because, again, we're going to be checking out one of my favorite shoes of all time. Now, today we are actually going to be looking at the capsule counterpart of the kick that we checked out last episode, and the reason that I didn't lump them both together was because I really wanted to let this kick breathe the way that it was really deserving to. I'm both pumped and privileged to be able to bring you these kicks, and I'm just excited to break them down for you today. But before we make the jump, I'm Tyler with Dead Stock Media, and if you're into all things sneaker related, you've definitely found your way to the right channel. Whether you're into new heat, trips to the closet, or even just news coming down the shoe tree, we've got you covered. In fact, you should probably just hit that subscribe button now, turn on all your notifications so you never have to worry about missing any of the content that we upload. Now, without much more talking, let's get to it. Now, for those of you that joined us on the previous episode, I think I was able to explain why the Air Max Penny ones hold such a dear spot in my heart. And this pair is actually none different. It's a different colorway than I've ever seen before, but because it's brought to us by our friends over at Nike and Social Status, I want to give it the same love that all of these kicks were deserving. For those of you that haven't had a chance to check out the previous episode, I highly suggest that you do. I'm actually going to leave it linked in this video right about now, so go ahead and click on that whenever you're ready. As we hop into the main feature of today's video, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the packaging because you'll see that it tends to mimic the black pair that we just checked out. But I will show a little love to the Nike swoosh and the Social Status emblem all on this black board box. Still very dope packaging, but because we broke it down last episode, I think I'm just going to give more time to the star of the show, and that's the kicks. So here we have the light bone addition to the Nike Social Status Air Max Penny 1. And just like its darker hued brother that we checked out, there's a whole lot to love about this kick right here. Mainly dressed in lighter hues, but with some black piping throughout, as well as accent pieces in black, this shoe stands out for a whole different reason than the darker counterparts did. Aside from the difference in primary colors and accent notes, there's a bit that stands out as different. There's a subtle variety between this shoe and the other one in the capsule. I'm going to start off by pointing out the light bone around the toe that comes up around the upper, and you have the juxtaposition of the really clean, crisp white lines here, and that's something that you don't have in the black recess edition. That shoe is primarily black all throughout, but the subtle difference between the light bone, the white, and then this black piping really make this shoe stand out to me. Coming up the tongue, you still see the iconic Penny Hardaway logo. You have these really dope cream colored laces. A lot of the accents on the tongue and the heel tab are the same in terms of being predominantly black and yet having that white piping inside. And as we come around the back of the shoe, you happen to see the Nike and Social Status logos intermesh with each other and on an embroidered finish. Once again, I really like the way that it's raised up and it gives you that feeling of tactile difference from the rest of the shoe. One of the things that I'm really into about this shoe is the way they use darks. I really like this black piping that goes around the kick. The darked out Air Max unit is also awesome. And then when you turn the kick over, you see this big black swoosh up against this white sole. And then in the heel bubble unit, you get to see that wavy thunder pattern that has become synonymous with the penny. As we come back around to the swoosh that sets this penny apart from several others, you see the baseball iteration that came stock on the other shoe. Keep in mind that there are 5 different swooshes that are in this box. There's one that resembles a baseball, there's one that resembles a basketball, football, a golf ball, as well as a tennis ball. And as we take this swoosh off, we're welcomed by this blacked out Velcro swoosh underneath. Now, just like the other penny that we happen to check out, I may be inclined to rock these without wearing any of the recess themed swooshes that came included, just because it's a super clean look right here. Overall, I just think this shoe is dope for the sake of being dope. And while I can recall a couple of different colorways of penny that may resemble this one that we just had in hand, I think that the colorway actually draws from a lot of different editions of the penny and takes out the best of all the worlds and puts them into one shoe here. And overall, I'm going to give the entire capsule a 10 out of 10. I think that the Social Status and Nike teams really did a great job at staying true to what the original penny was, not changing it too much, and telling a really solid story to go along with these kicks. For any of you that may have missed out on the last video, I'm going to go really quickly into the social give back program that Social Status is rocking with this release. While both shoes involved in this pack happen to sell out immediately upon release, Social Status is going to be re-releasing limited size quantities on their website on Friday, July 22nd, 2022 at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific for those of you that happen to miss out. The give back comes in the form of all customers that happen to make it to the checkout stage will have the option to not only purchase their pair, but to donate a pair of these kicks to an underserved youth, a needy family, or an organization that's near and dear to your heart. Now, even if you can't think of anybody that may need these specifically, you can leave it up to the Social Status team and they will do a good job at finding those kicks a home and some feet that need them. In my opinion, there's not enough of this going on in the sneaker world, especially from the big brands that may have the ability to do it. So I think we should all do our part, do what you can, give back where it's possible, and support this cause because it's definitely a good one. You guys, it's been a pleasure to break down this kick as well as the capsule in general, and I really hope you took something from it. In fact, if you did, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, give me a like if you don't mind, and then be sure to turn on all those notifications so you never have to miss any of the content that we bring to you. If you're interested in any of the other Nike collabs that we've featured on this channel, they should be on the screen for you right now. Be sure to click through them. And thanks again for joining us. I'm Tyler with Deadstock Media, signing off.